Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my February beauty favorites. I have some new products to talk about, some old products to talk about, and I feel like I have quite a bit of things to share with you guys, so let's just go ahead and jump in. I've still been loving the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I ended up going and getting the shade 400, which is the lightest shade in Pearl, because I needed something to kind of lighten up 420 because now that we're basically in the dead of winter, I'm more pale than I was when I got this. So I just needed, and it was already just a little too dark. So I've been mixing these two together, and I've also been using Pearl to mix in with my Infallible Pro Glow. I actually used these two mixed together today for my foundation. And yeah, I just love these foundations. They are definitely Holy Grail's favorites. I just think that they are such great foundations. With the Fresh Wear, it's just a good light to medium coverage that lasts all day long, that doesn't feel heavy or cakey on the skin. And you guys know how I feel about the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Then for concealers, I know that in my Shop My Stash I was using a couple of concealers. They didn't really turn out to be favorites for me this month, but I ended up using the LA Girl Pro Conceal a lot. And you guys know that this has been a favorite for a little bit. I think since like November, December is when I got this last year. And I fell in love with it then, and I've still been loving it and using it a ton. So this is just a really good concealer that isn't going to be really cakey or heavy on the under eye area as long as you don't apply too much. That's why I really like this, because you don't have to use a lot of it to get good coverage and to cover dark under eye circles. My new favorite highlight is this new one from Wet n Wild. This is one of their Mega Glow highlighting powders in Bloom Time. And when I first got this, I didn't think I was going to be able to use this because it has a lot of color to it, like in the pan. But when you get this on your cheekbones, you don't notice that peachy tone. It just looks like a really pretty gold. I mean, it does have a little bit of a peach, but not like what you think it would be. And this is a pretty good dupe to the new Becca highlighter in Year of the Pig, which I do like this, but you know, if you want a more affordable option, you could get this Wet n Wild one. Now the Becca one, it doesn't show quite as much texture. So if you have more mature skin or skin that has a little bit more texture, get the Becca. But if you aren't really concerned with that, the Wet n Wild one is really good. I have the Becca one on today, but they are just so similar. So love this, and I love the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders. And then also all three of the highlights that I had pulled for Shop My Stash, I absolutely love this month. The Becca Moonstone, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Platinum Bar, and the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. So I don't know if it's going to be too redundant if I mention things twice, like in my favorites and in my update with the Shop My Stash. So you guys all have to let me know down in the comments, but I just wanted to also include them in my favorites just in case maybe some of you guys don't watch Shop My Stash, but you watch my favorites. So oh, also too, another favorite foundation I totally forgot about. This is the Pure Stick Foundation. I don't know the exact name of it, but I heard about this stick foundation from Wanna Makeup, and I saw her review it, and I thought it looked so gorgeous on her skin. She absolutely loved it. And then whenever she came here and we filmed our collab videos together, the makeup swap video, she let me try this and I fell in love with it. I did get this sent to me for free through Octoly for review, because like once I used hers and fell in love, I went on there and applied to see if I could do a review on it. So they sent it to me. The only thing is I dropped this and it kind of is messed up now, which I'm really sad about, because I don't even know if I can really screw the foundation up anymore. Okay, maybe I was just screwing it the wrong way. but it's kind of screwed up, but I still really like this foundation. It's the only stick foundation that I have found that I like. Like, you just need a small amount of it. That's what I've learned, because like when I first applied it, I put too much and I felt like it kind of emphasized pores just a little bit, or got kind of cakey or heavy during the day. But if you just do like a swipe, 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 and like swipe across your chin and then blend it out, which another favorite is the Real Techniques Blur and Blend. This is what I've been using in conjunction with this foundation. And it blends it out so beautifully, like spreads it around everywhere, and it lasts all day, has really good coverage. So, and I feel like this stick foundation would be good for people that are dry, like have dry skin. If you're oily, I could see where this might get a little too like dewy throughout the day. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this Pure Stick Foundation. And then for setting products, of course, I've still been loving my same setting products, L'Oreal True Match and my e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. And then like the same goes for my eyeshadow primer, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. And for brow products, I've also been loving the same ones, my Benefit Ka-Brow in shade 4 and my Benefit Gimme Brow in shade 3. So, and I don't really use too much of the Ka-Brow since my eyebrows are microbladed. I just kind of barely go around just to kind of sharpen the edge up. It's mainly the Gimme Brow that I use. So I had several new mascaras that I fell in love with. The Grande Lash Boosting Lash Boosting Mascara. I got this sent to me for free from Grande Cosmetics from Octoly. I put in to do a review on this because I wanted to see how this would perform on my lashes, because you all know how much I love the Grande Lash MD, which is their lash growth serum. But I really do like this mascara. Now, I don't know if it's like made my lashes grow anymore, but I definitely don't think it's hurt anything. Now, I haven't used this like every single day, but I did use it quite a bit, and I do feel like it gives my lashes good separation and length. I didn't have any issues with it flaking or smudging, and this is supposed to have some of the same ingredients as the lash boosting serum. And then two other mascaras, the Wet n Wild Mega Length. This is the mascara that I have on today, and this mascara is so good for separation and for length, and it also does create a little bit of volume, but mostly separation and length. Haven't had issues with it flaking or smudging, and I just love it. So I'm so glad that they reformulated their mascaras, because this is actually worth it now. Like, I had used this mascara previously, like in their old formula, and it wasn't very good. Like, the only thing that it was good for was for like lower lash line, but now this is good for your upper and lower lashes. I absolutely love it. And then this was part of my Shop My Stash, the NYX Worth the Hype, and I also fell back in love with this. This is a really good mascara for crazy volume. Like, it just has the biggest brush, but it does create a ton of volume, a ton of length. Now, you have to be a little careful with this because it can get clumpy, but it's definitely a really good volumizing mascara. So those were my 3 favorite mascaras for the month. I fell in love with these 2 Wet n Wild bronzers. These are their new Coloricon bronzers in Sunset Striptease and in Ticket to Brazil. And they had Ticket to Brazil previously in their like older Coloricon bronzers. This is slightly a little different, a little bit more warm toned, and these bronzers do have a golden sheen to them. So if you are not a fan of that, then I don't recommend this. It doesn't bother me because these kind of remind me of my L'Oreal True Match Bronze It, except for they have a little bit of a golden sort of undertone, where that one is just more I guess cool. I don't really know how to explain it, but it gives you that glow to your skin, and Sunset Striptease is more cool toned or more neutral, and then of course To Get to Brazil is more warm. So a lot of times I would use this more as like a contour, and then this to just bronze all over. And then the NARS Laguna, this was part of Shop My Stash, and I fell back in love with this bronzer. This is just a good bronzer for anybody that has a light to fair skin tone. It's not too cool toned, it's not too warm toned. I'm gonna show you next to Sunset Striptease. So it's even a little bit more cool toned than Sunset Striptease. I don't know, it's just a really great bronzer. It's easy to build. It never looks like too much. So it gives you more of like that natural sort of glow. And then for a matte bronzer and contour, I've still been loving Matte Elf contour palette. I think this will just always be part of my favorites video because this is just a standby. If I don't know what I want to do, I just always reach for this, or if I want to use something that I know is gonna look good, I reach for this product. I have several new blushes that I fell in love with, and most of them are Wet n Wild, but the Wet n Wild Coloricon blush in Keep It Peachy. Like, when I first saw this, I didn't know if this was gonna be like too orange, like too peach. It's not really even peach so much as it is kind of orangey, like an orangey coral. But I picked this up because one of you guys was telling me how much you loved it, like in a comment on one of my videos. So I decided to go out and purchase it. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I absolutely love this. This reminds me of like MAC Melba blush or something like that. Now, I've never owned MAC Melba, but I've just seen swatches of it, and it does seem kind of along the lines as that blush. Like, it's just a very warm blush, so it just brightens up your complexion. On me, it doesn't look too orange. Now, I do have more of like a warm undertone to my skin, so I don't know if you were like super fair and really cool toned, this might be too orange, but I think this is gonna look so pretty in the summer. And then the new Wet n Wild Coloricon Cream Blush in Rose and Peace. This is from the Rebel Rose collection and is limited edition. But I thought that this blush was such a cool little product. Like, it's one of those color changing blushes, like it changes with the pH of your skin. But when you first swatch it, it's like it looks kind of gray, but as it sits on your skin, it changes to like a really pretty rosy berry color. I don't know if you can see on my finger there how it's changed to like a berry. So I don't know, I just think this is cool. It's almost like a stain, because like the formula feels like a balm almost. So it goes on like a stain on your cheeks. And I also feel like this product is really nice for those days when you're doing a no makeup look and you don't want to wear foundation, but you do want to add some color to your cheeks. This is such a good product for that, because since it is kind of like a stain, it's not like a powder where it would wear off. Like, it stays on your cheeks really well throughout the day. So I do really like that. And then another favorite Wet n Wild blush is one of their Partner Up stick blushes, and this was from their Pump collection. And I know that I didn't like a lot of stuff from that collection, but I do really enjoy these little stick blushes, and this one in I'm Glistening was definitely my favorite. But it's a really pretty bright coral pink, and I think this is gonna look so gorgeous in the summer and spring. I don't know, I've really been enjoying it. So yeah. And then these two blushes here were part of my Shop My Stash. These are the Lancome Monochromatiques, Lee Monochromatiques. And this is in Soiree and S'il vous plaît. And I do really like these. I'm wearing S'il vous plaît today, which is a really pretty just pink. And these are such great like buildable blushes. These are also kind of remind you of like a stain, because they're like a cream to powder. They last all day long on your cheeks. And you can also use these as like eyeshadows or use them on your lips, which I haven't tried them that way yet. I've just only used them on my cheeks, but I do love these two colors, and I do think that these are great products. My favorite setting spray of the month is this VDL Expert Radiance Fix Mist or Facial Mist. And this is such a great product to use when you want to add like a luminous glow glow to your makeup at the end whenever you go to set it. And I know that this product isn't the easiest to find because VDL is a K-beauty brand, and they originated obviously in Korea, and they've like slowly started selling their products to other countries. They do sell some of their stuff here in the US, but I don't think they sell their whole line here yet. So I'll have to check again to see if this is available in the US. I ended up getting this when I went to IMAX, but it's just a really nice facial mist, you know, when you want to add a luminous glow. I don't know, I really enjoyed that from Shop My Stash. Okay, so for lip products, so another thing that I really liked from the Pump collection is their Partner Up lip balm sticks. And these kind of remind me of like the Maybelline Baby Lips or something like that, but even better. Like the formula on these are so much more moisturizing and just feel a lot more comfortable on the lips. I feel like the colors look more natural too, because they don't stain your lips or anything like that, but they just add a little bit, like a little bit of a tint on your lips. Now you do have to reapply these quite often throughout the day because they're just like a balm, but they're really good for those days when you don't want to fool with your lipstick or you're doing like a no makeup day. I think any of these Partner Up lip balm sticks are really good, so I think any of those colors are definitely worth getting and trying. Especially if you like more like of a gloss or a balm and not so much a lipstick. The last two lip products, I feel like I have so many favorite Wet n Wild products in this February favorites, but Wet n Wild did send me a ton of stuff in PR. I also bought some Wet n Wild products as well this past month, so. But the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipsticks, the Send Nudes, I've still been loving this. This is the lip product that I wear on days when I want something that has a little bit more color than like these balm products, but at the same time I want it to just be natural. Like I want something natural and, you know, just easy to wear. So I would wear Send Nudes. It's just a pretty brown nude. And then this is another new product from the Rebel Rose collection. This is in Petal Poison. This is a color I'm wearing on my lips right now. This pairs so beautifully with the Rimmel lip liner in Addiction. That's what I have it paired with. And it's just a pretty pink mauve. It's not too pink, it's not too mauve, it's just so beautiful. And it is kind of similar to Chic Got Real, which is from like their permanent collection from the High Shine lipsticks, where this one is just limited edition. But this one is a little, it's a little different. Like I think it was like a little bit more cool toned, or is it warm toned? Let me compare it next to Chic Got Real because I can't remember. Chic Got Real, and then that's the Petal Poison one. So yeah, been enjoying these High Shine lipsticks from Wet n Wild. Like they just feel so comfortable on your lips and they last for a long time throughout the day. You don't have to reapply them too much. Like after you eat lunch or after you eat, you need to reapply, but I only like reapply them one other time during my work day, and I work for 10 hours. The last things that were my favorites this month, I have several different eyeshadow products. This first little, I guess, combination, this was suggested by one of you guys. You told me how much you loved this combo. So whenever I posted that video earlier this month, it may have been at the beginning of February or the end of January. It was the my three go-to everyday makeup looks. And in that video, I did a look with the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze, topped with the shadow in Nutty. And one of you guys were telling me how much you loved doing kind of the same thing with the shade Inked in Pink from Maybelline with the Maybelline Single Shadow in Nude Glow. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have those two products. I can't believe I've never tried that before. So I did that, and I love this combo. It is so beautiful. It's a good, just like the Bad to the Bronze, where you can just throw it on your eyelids, this, and then top it with the eyeshadow and just be done. And it's just an easy eye look to do day to day. So if you want more of like a pink look, go and get this and try these two together. Go get these and try them together. Okay, another cream eyeshadow product that I fell in love with, the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Cream Shadow. And this is in the color Sand Castles. And this is such a pretty, like, bronzer, just like warm, like mid-tone bronzer kind of brown shade. And it looks so pretty all over the lid. Blended into the crease a little bit. And I love these cream shadows because once they dry down, they don't budge, but they have you have some time to play around with them, to blend them out, and they're just so smooth and just so buttery and nice. Like, I don't know, they're such a nice formula, all 4 of the ones in the cream shadow collection. But color-wise, this one has definitely been my favorite this month. This is also one of those products that it's great to just throw all over the lid and just be a one eyeshadow look and done. Or you can pair this with just like a slightly darker chocolate brown in the outer V, which is what I would do sometimes. So I would use the Rosé in the Air palette and like this chocolate brown over here in the outer V paired with this, and it looks so pretty. And speaking of Wet n Wild Color Icon shadows, so out of the month, I definitely used these shadows the most. Even though I did select shadows from Shop My Stash, like I used those, but I also used these a ton, and I did use these a little more. But the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air, this is just a staple. It is just my go-to eyeshadow palette. Like, it's probably my most used eyeshadow palette for my entire collection. And then the My Glamour Squad palette. And then this new one in a VIPurple, which is what I used to use today to create this look. And I will have a tutorial going up soon on this palette. If it's already up, I'll link it down below. But if it's not up yet, it will be up soon. And this is one of the looks in that tutorial. But yeah, I just love all these. I mean, with VIPurple, it's like not only do you have those pops of color in there, but you also have some nice neutral shades. So I feel like this palette right here is very versatile. And then the last shadow things that I really liked this month were these Wet n Wild. This is from their Pump collection. The Keep Going waterproof, sweatproof eyeshadow pencils. And I don't necessarily feel like these are sweatproof or crease proof, but if you use them with an eyeshadow primer, they last all day, and I don't have any issues with creasing. So they're definitely those types of products that you need to pair with an eyeshadow primer. But I just love these because they're so easy to use. They're great like one and done eyeshadow products, or you can use them in combination with each other and create like a really pretty eyeshadow look, which is what I did a lot this month. Like a lot of my updates that I had, which I don't think that video is up yet, but whenever I post my Whole30 journey and my results from doing Whole30, a lot of my updates, I had these on like I use these in combination like in those eyeshadow looks, in a lot of the eyeshadow looks that I had in that video, but they're just great everyday eyeshadow products. And I just love cream shadows, cream eyeshadow sticks like this because you don't have to worry about fallout. They last all day when you use an eyeshadow primer. They're just easy to blend. And I love these colors. I just feel like they're so flattering. Those were all of my favorite, most used makeup products for the month of February. I feel like I had so much to talk about, and I feel like I'm going hoarse now. But if you guys did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up. You will have to let me know down in the comments what were some of your favorite products for the month of February. And I cannot wait for the month of March. I can't wait for spring to get here. It's already like, we've had days where it's been warm, but then it's like it went back and it's cold again. I think today it's getting up to the 40s, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. I hope that you all did enjoy this, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.